Welcome to Never Shut Up. It's your boy Marcellus Wiley. No, I'm not speed talking, but we're going to get through this thing effectively and efficiently. But first, we're going to have to make sure the itty bitties are supported. So make sure you log on to projecttransition.org and support the foundation. I'll throw a book at you. Well, I'll put it in your mailbox. Well, I'll give it to somebody who put it in your mailbox. Let's get into this right now. Steve Stout saw this headline out there talking a lot about business, a lot about the sports media industry, and Steve Stout, someone I'm familiar with. He's really close with Ben Horowitz, and I'm really close with Ben Horowitz, so by association, I get to see Steve Stout. He dropped some bombs on this one, especially on Skip Bayless's head. Let's listen to Steve Stout talk about the media at large.
I just think that it's over time, the whole working class idea, how you work, has shifted from the indentured servant, the slave, the employee, to ownership.
Great.
You got to have ownership. I mean, this is your show, and I'm proud to do this with you because everybody publicly seen what you did, that you knew your worth. You created value, and you knew your worth, and you got what you deserved because you got what you earned.
Correct.
And if you don't have an opportunity to have ownership, then no matter how good you are, you'll never feel the impact of your value. So, like, you got to do that. And you're going to take a short-term L to do that, so what?
Right.
I don't want to be one of these people. I never wanted to be one of these people who said, man, I came up with this idea, I invented this, I did all this shit, but you never got a chance to benefit from it because you took the short-term money? That's not cool. And you see it all the time with a lot of your peers. I'm sure you want to tell them all the time, man. I don't know what you could do to help them, but a lot of these guys they are trapped by that mentality of short term. They feel like they're stealing or something. Like every time they get a check, they're getting away with something. No, you're giving away too much.
Right. Well, it comes down to, how do you see yourself? Do you see yourself as talent, or do you see yourself as a partner? Do you see yourself as an owner? For so long, we've been talent
Taught to believe that.
Yeah. Because when you come into football, they cut you a check. You're not part of you don't own part of the team. You come into basketball, but in this media space, what we've been able to do digitally, okay, no.
Hell no. But you know what? Even outside of the digital, and I ask you something, man. I watch your ex-partner, not your partner, your ex-host, Skip. I don't even understand why all these other black athletes even go on the show now. I don't even understand what they're doing. To me, it's so clear that he needs black talent, athletes, rappers. He's doing everything to prop himself up. And I know he's getting paid over there, and everybody else is getting pennies on the dollar. And I'm like, why would you do that? Why would you go over there and do that? He clearly isn't the guy. He needs you. Why don't everybody leave the show and let's watch him do it for a minute. That show would be dead immediately. They get all these guys over there, they give him pennies on the dollar, and they prop him up. I'm like, we got to stop doing that, man. We can't do that no more. It's not worth it. And there's nothing that comes out of it long term, except what they benefit from.
Well, I like where I am right now, so.
You see Shannon, he got up out of there when he started going head first on Skip Bayless. A lot of takeaways from that right there. Just the fact that Steve Stout really went there, obviously having such grand knowledge of the business from his background, whether it's his cultural background and all the influence that he's had on the culture and business, but also just sitting there as a viewer watching. Like, man, what is going on? What is this formula for success for Skip and others, the entities, the organizations, the networks, but recipe for failure for you guys who are employees. So, look, when he starts talking about ownership, you know he's talking my language right there, and he's right. The athletes, the pundits, those who are in the media, we all had to learn to sing a different song because we thought it was a different way. And it actually was a different way. when I came from the football field to ESPN, I never, ever in my life thought I would ever participate in ownership of a network like Brinks TV. I never thought it would be necessary. I thought that I would just have a great existence in the velvet coffin. The velvet coffin is something that they give you, big money, big opportunities, big platform, and they pay you to be comfortable as they're killing you slowly. That's the velvet coffin. Now, why do I say it's the velvet coffin? Because the industry is dying. It's not like everybody's sitting out there sabotaging, saying, oh, if you do sports media, oh, you're going to be in the grave soon and you're killing yourself and this is horrible. No, it's just that you are now in an industry that is eroding by the day, atrophying, right? It's just the way it is. So Shannon brought up the point about digital, right? That's the new way. That's the new way that you have to go out there and monetize yourself, even as a network. So the craziest thing is, while they're trying to land one plane or really just trying to get as many survivors as they can, as sports media in a typical linear cable fashion is crashing, they're trying to have these planes take off in the digital space. And that's what Shannon has taken full control over, the digital space. But I will always remind all of y'all, we don't own YouTube, right? That's why I'm an owner in Brinks. So therefore, I'm not based and judged solely on YouTube or Instagram, right? You get it? So ownership looks a lot different than some people are portraying it. There's partnerships, there's ownerships, there's employee. And this is not to slight any of those. It's to highlight the differences. I was an employee when I was at ESPN, NFL Network, Fox. Now I am an owner at Brinks TV, right? One of. Just like if you look at the NFL, there are 32 owners. We don't have 32, but we have a few on the cap table, as they would say. Then there's the kind of middle space between employee and owner, and there's partners, right? And you can plug into all kind of different things. And you can see it go that way. Club Shay Shay is a partner with The Volume, right? You see that. All the Smoke Productions is a partner with Meadowlark Media. And then Meadowlark Media is a partner with HBO, etc., right? But they don't own HBO, and HBO doesn't own Meadowlark Media. It's going down like that right now. It's a lot of disruption going on. And I like that Steve Stout broke it down to the fullest. He said, short-term L. Look, you're going to lose some liquidity if you go into ownership. You go from employee to ownership, you're going to lose liquidity. Maybe for a day, maybe for a month, maybe for a year. But the big bang of it is in the long-term growth. You get the risk, you get the reward. You got to take that risk to get that reward. So I'm loving the disruption. The final part about Skip, look, I've done videos and stuff on that before. You don't have to be a genius. You don't have to graduate with honors to look at that dynamic and see what it is. It's Skip Bayless, and it's dressed up with other people who bring the spice, because Skip is a reliable talent. He is a really reliable talent. Like, you know where he's going to come from, you know what his position is going to be, and he's going to say them with an exclamation point. And if you're coming at him, your job is to try to move him off of his square. Tough sledding. Most people can't move him off his square. And that's what he's been doing. But he's been doing it for so long, Steve Stout's like, why don't you just test that formula out? Remove this variable and see how he goes. Now, I think the reason he's saying that basically is because Shannon had to move on from Skip. Shannon didn't want to move on, like he didn't raise his hand, but then, hey, the dynamics were at play. You got to make a move. And look, Shannon didn't land on his feet. He landed, hitting the ground running. He landed on the airplane. I don't know where he landed. He landed in a different stratosphere. And that's because he bet on himself in partnership and still employment at ESPN. But look at that platform. Like, ain't nothing wrong with that, right? That's a good velvet coffin to be in. So tell me what y'all think about Steve Stout. Tell me what you think about Skip Bayless. And seriously, I don't think Skip, I got into some hot water when I said that I didn't think that Skip Bayless would work with anybody that wasn't black. And this was months ago, if not a year ago, right? I didn't think it would work. I just don't think people are ready to see that dynamic. Yeah, we see shows with two white people talking all the time. I don't think Skip works well in that dynamic. And Fox, smart enough not even to test it, not to try it. Like, no, we good. I wonder why people are still saying what Steve Stout is saying is, hey, why don't y'all test that? Let's see how that goes. That's almost like they're rooting for the failure because most of us don't think it's going to succeed. So tell me what you think. Have you ever seen yourself as more than just an employee or talent? Or are you just saying, hey, that's who I am? What y'all think about all the black athletes always going on Skip's show? You like, dog, this should be a boycott? A man-cott? What the hell y'all doing? And do you agree that Skip needs black talent? Could he survive without black talent? Damn. Racial up in here. Just get beat it up in the comments. Let me know what y'all thinking. All right, let's get on Cam Newton because he was talking to Shaq. And this was interesting because they hit me. Cam Newton talking about missing the game. Shaq asked him, you missed the game. And everybody always asks me that too, like, did you miss the game? And I'm like, I don't miss playing. I miss what the game brought to me. I miss what the game surrounded me with, but I don't miss them hits. I don't miss them third downs. I don't miss goal line. I don't miss 9-on-7. I don't miss pass rushing drills. I don't miss none of that, dog. But let's listen to what Cam Newton said about what he missed about the game.
You miss playing?
I will always miss it. I gotta be real. I think the thing that I miss, competitive sports was an outlet, and I say this respectfully, of like rage, you know what I'm saying? Boy, you know what I mean? Like you could do that in sports, you know what I'm saying? That's just like, the f off me. The f is wrong with you, little boy? You know what I mean? Like that is just, in real world, like you don't have these outlets to talk to somebody. And not only that, as you know, it's just a camaraderie, the locker room. You know, you got that one player on your team that he may not be good on the court or on the field, but you just love being around. After a big win, you know, that team playing, going home, you know what I'm saying? Like those link ups from family, the Thanksgivings, the birthday trips, the off seasons and Lincoln, you missed that.
I didn't miss it because the Shaq that people remember was 35, 15, 9. Like when I was playing Boston, I was averaging single digits. It just didn't feel right. I feel like I was cheating the system. All that other stuff you mentioned, I definitely missed that. But when I started getting older and would have to before I get a dunk, it just wasn't the same.
That was a pump fake, right?
Yeah, it was a pump fake.
I wasn't sure.
Pause.
I know exactly how you feel. And that's really why I don't even want to go back, though. I do, but I don't. I do because if it's a great opportunity, but I'm at peace with myself because I gave football everything. I didn't want to see Newton on multiple jerseys.
Say that again. I see Wiley on multiple jerseys back there. I know exactly what they talking about here, man. I love the fact that he brought up that controlled rage that you can let out, you can exude in sports, right? I tell people all the time, the best workplace environment in the world by far, hands down, not even close, is the NFL locker room. Nothing is better than an NFL locker room. Give you the dynamics. You got 53 dudes in there at least from everywhere, all over the country, all over the world now. Backgrounds different, right? Beliefs different, right? Looking different. Fat ones, skinny ones, yoked up ones, crazy ones, inline ones, war painters, all that. And we all get in there, we mix, we form a team. And we're going to make it work. Now, doesn't mean we're going to win every game, but we're going to go out as a team. What does a team look like? You're going to have most people fall in line, some people off on their own reservation. And you're always trying to bring them back so you can just stay this close to getting to that opportunity, that contention, that championship, right? So we all from different places, all forming for one goal. Let's go get it. Let's go win it. Wow, I love that. Because cats are crazy. And the best thing about it is the environment is you disagree with cats. You even disrespect somebody. But guess what? We still together. In this real world, I swear, you disrespect somebody or you disagree with somebody and y'all distant. Oh, we ain't messing with you no more. Like no team in it. Like, nah, dog, we're going to work this problem out together. That's what Cam Newton was talking about. You don't like what he said in the locker room? Get on that field. What, boy? This has nothing to do with his point. It's just to drive your point home. What? And ain't nothing better, boy, than being able to fully express yourself. Because y'all know how it is in a real job and real work. You got to bite your tongue, right? Bite your lip. You can't just go over there and drop no bow on nobody. In football, go ahead. Go ahead. Oh, you really taking it out on me because you mad what I said about your girlfriend? Go ahead. Now I'm going to run by you and moss your head. Like, you know what I mean? Go ahead. Whatever it is. So I love that. The locker room you can't replace. You just can't. And I love where I've worked since the locker room. Not even close. Not even close. I like how Shaq said, look, I don't miss playing because when I was playing at the end, it wasn't me playing. That wasn't Diesel. That wasn't Superman. That wasn't Shaq. That was just a guy who was still in the league who looked exactly like that guy but didn't play exactly like that guy. And I've been there when it's over, when your best days are behind you and you just got to accept reality. Like, I've tried to start old Betsy as many times as I can and she ain't starting. So then you're like, all right, what am I going to do? Right? Because even if you're coming down the hill, you got to remember, Shaq coming from the heavens he was at, in decline still, okay. And then it's like, oh, dog. You know what's the worst part about it? Your ego. The worst part about it is when coach stopped looking at you when he say, we need to win. He ain't looking at you no more because he know you ain't part of it like that. When other players start saying, hey, big dog, can you go get that for me real quick? Get what? You're like, you do boy now. You Aaron boy. Or they start just calling you triple OG Reverend Unk. That's what they start calling me, Reverend. I was like, dog, it sounds like a compliment, but it ain't. Because what they really saying is, we praying for you, dog, because you need to pray. You need to pray. It's a wrap. Best days behind your ass, and nothing worse than that. So I don't miss the game. I don't think many players miss the game. Like, you played enough football. Like, it's enough. In 3rd and 13s, we've been through it. What you miss is, damn, chopping it up with somebody about 3rd and 13. Chopping it up about who balled out, who sucked, who's stupid, who crazy, who funny, who a fool. That's what I miss about it. So tell me, what y'all, in y'all workplaces, what's the best part about it? What's the worst part about it? And did y'all ever have sports as an outlet, like high school, college, something like that? Y'all might have had that. Some of y'all may have went pro. Shoot, I might have some famous ass followers out there, subscribers. Let me know. Let me know what y'all think about it and what it goes down. Beat it up in the comments. All right. You know me, the last topic, we try to get motivational in this situation. I want to talk about this. Fear. Don't be afraid. Crazy stuff. You don't believe me? Let Gary Vee go get this one, right? Don't be afraid of wacky ideas. Let's listen to it.
Don't be scared of a wacky idea or something that's never been done before or a sentence that's never been uttered. Those may be the exact things that unlock the opportunity. We are not born for a very long time. I don't know if you know this, but a lot has happened in the world before the day you were born. You're also dead forever. So this little tiny window, that you get to play, please don't mail it in. Take the thematics of this talk and deploy it to not just your content or your marketing strategies or even your business. Deploy it to your life and really ask yourself important questions. Are you fighting for the right things? Are you caring for others? And most of all, are you caring for yourself, which will then allow you to care for others?
Talk that talk, brother. I love the fact that he put it in perspective in a way that you typically don't even think about it. Like, so much has happened before you're gone, and so much is going to happen after you're gone. And you only got this little lane right here, this little window, this little opportunity to go make it happen. What the hell are you thinking about? You know, like when you realize this is your last shot, you know how you feel in that moment? Like you just are locked in, all attention on it, and you just go hard. He's saying that should be your whole life. He's saying that should be your whole existence because that's what you really got. Like that's really the presentation of opportunity. We don't think about that until we get hurt. Something bad happens. Sometimes when something good happens, you're like, I want to continue this. But most of the time, it's when you lose somebody, you lose something, then you start to realize how precious all those things you have really are, including your life. So don't be afraid to be the wild one, the crazy one. I told you guys, my mama did one of the best things ever for me, which was she said, you are enough. That's all she said. She used to go around every time I say something and listen to yourself, listen to your friends. They always say something and then qualify it with like, oh, well, Susan's doing it too. Hey, should I wear this? Nah. Well, you know, I did see Janet wore this yesterday. Should I go over there? Nah. Well, Tim did tell me it was cool. People scared. People always want somebody else to go, hey, you go check out what's going on downstairs. You go check out what's going on around the corner. Won't you check it out? Well, you might be the first one to the prize, right? And I think that's just the mindset you got to have in life. You got to be daring like that. You got to be really risky. Smart risks, though. Calculated risks, as they call them, to these moments. If not, you're going to be where the pack goes. And think about it. If there's food over here and the pack comes and finds the food, even if you eat, how much you eating? Versus, no, I see all y'all the sheep. Let me be the shepherd. Or let me be the wolf. Let me go get it. And that's where you get the goods. It's just that simple. So Gary V, the homies, respect to him and all the V friends out there. If you guys know about that, follow up on that. But I like the motivation and I like the inspiration. Don't be afraid of wacky ideas, dog. If you thinking it, if you conceive it, believe it so you can achieve it. Simple as that. All right, y'all, beat that up in the comments. Y'all got some wacky ideas? Let me hear some of them so I can steal them because I know your ass scared. Nah, tell me some of the wacky ideas y'all got. Some of them that y'all need to follow through on. Let's get that going. Beat it up in the comments. And in your life, with your mindset, how much fear plays a part? How much does fear dictate what you guys are thinking? And what other questions do you think people should ask themselves? Should they ask themselves how scared they are? Should they ask themselves how much they have to lose? Or should you be like Gary V? Got this opportunity, this window. Let me jump up out of here and go get it. All right, y'all. Coming up next on Never Shut Up. We're supposed to have some Thursday therapy talk. We'll see if Dr. Chao shows up. If not, we're just going to funk up some comments and hit you with a Wileyism. Let's do it. Next on Never Shut Up, Brinks TV and Reach TV. Bang, bang. Welcome back to Never Shut Up. It's your boy Marcellus Wiley. It's Thursday therapy talk right now. So let's get Dr. Chao on here. We're going to have a fast surgery right here because we're going to ask Dr. Chao, my guy. What up, blood? We're going to ask him about the NBA and Embiid. He got that meniscus injury and now cat surgery. Tell me what's going on with them big ballers.
Well, it's interesting the words in coach speak and team speech. Joel Embiid was to have a meniscus issue, and they reprimanded media for saying it was a tear, and it turned out to be a tear that needs surgery. Now there's a meniscus issue / injury for Karl Anthony Towns. He might be better off having a quick surgery and trying to make it back from the playoffs. They've got a good seeding spot right now. I mean, more important for the playoffs, so look for that. And then even meniscus issue with Ronald Acuna, the MVP favorite. He's not needing surgery right now, but that meniscus injury issue, remember, 162 games, does he make it through the season without a scope? So sometimes you just have to bite the bullet. We'll see what these players decide.
Man, let's bite the bullet on Westbrook with the fractured hand. I was at that game when he fractured his hand, and I was like, that's your non-shooting hand. Can't you play with a fractured non-shooting hand? Tell me what's up with this fracture.
Well, you got to dribble, you got to rebound, you got to play defense. Look, the quickest way back may indeed be to plate and screws. I think he can be back a little over a month, short of 6 weeks. and be back for your Clippers there, etc. So look, the playoffs is what it's all about in the NBA, and so you should be able to be back before playoffs.
All right, let's go back to my sport, since obviously I don't know if you can play or not play with a fracture in your non-shooting hand. Let's talk about some football and these damn safeties. I see a lot of safeties out there. Doc, what's going on with the safety position? Is that the new running back?
It might be. Running backs have been devalued, and you look right now, all these cuts, and Justin Simmons was released. He's obviously a top safety, but cap issues with the Broncos and across the league. Jordan Poyer, a lot of safeties. It's like the running back market with Saquon and Derrick Henry and a lot of others. Running backs have clearly been devalued. Over the recent time, safety value has gone up, but you got a budget cut somewhere when you have cap issues, and it looks like safeties are the next target for these. And I have to wonder if players are wondering, look, everyone loved the rookie wage scale because, look, pay the vets. I get it. It's a fixed cap, pay the vets. But now what we see happening in the NFL is bargain hunting for rookies, the running backs, right? And underpaying them and getting the advantage. Bargain hunting for young quarterbacks. It's a theory now in the NFL. Win under the first contract of your quarterback when you have more cap space to spend at other positions. In that way, shape, or form, that may be why the Bears go with Caleb Williams or drafting a quarterback instead of Justin Fields, because soon Justin Fields is going to get expensive, right? I mean, Tua's getting expensive. The rookie cap deals have actually helped get you value for young quarterbacks. So that's something that the league and the players union will end up looking at.
I love it. Great points right there, Doc. We're going to cut it a little short. We just got through it all, but we went a little quicker in pace, man. Appreciate you, brother, bringing all that heat with that red on, brother. We'll talk soon next week.
All right.
All right. Appreciate you, Doc. All right. Let's get some comments in here real quick. I got to do some things today. My daughter's home today. Oh, I should show y'all this picture. She fell at tennis. It ain't pretty. So let's get through this real quick. Caitlin Clark. Oh, man, y'all be going in on her. It's been a while, that dude, but this disrespect has to be addressed. Women's NCAA basketball is great. In my opinion, it's basketball. Pure, white, black, other. There are no gimmicks, no flopping, no load managing, no stat machines. Just talented individuals doing their thing. If you really know the sport, then you really know what you're looking at. Just JS, I guess. Love the channel. Look, you love it. I don't. I don't love women's college basketball. I don't love men's college basketball. You're not going to tell me what I'm looking at is better. It's not better. Sorry. It's why them cats be averaging like 11 points in college, and they get to the pros, they average like 24. You know why? Because it opens up. The game is different. I just like the pro men's game. I don't even like the WNBA. It's okay. It's not racial or gender. It's just, it sucks. Do you watch ping pong? No, I don't. It sucks. I like playing a little, not a lot. I swear by pickleball. You may say, I know tennis players. It sucks. I'm not arguing. Okay, it sucks to you. I like ketchup on my tacos. You think it sucks. More for me. So you're never going to sell me on women's college basketball. And this is true. My daughter may play. She's 7 feet already, and she's only 5. Who knows? But the point is, when she's out there playing, I'll be like, she'll be like, Daddy, why you always watch my games with your hand over your mouth? Because I'm saying it sucks. Now I want her to see it. Nah, man, I just don't like it. Whatever. Move on. All right. Love the show, big dog. Did you see Michael Eric Dyson and Stephen A? What you think about it? And what's your view on DEI? Ooh, haven't seen it. I will tell you my view on DEI. I might have to pull one of those clips. Rick Ross. Rick Ross is DJ Khaled equals cornball. I don't like to call people cornballs because I'm corny. I like to call them cornbread hustlers. That means every now and then they just grab a bag of cornbread and just sell it. And looking at Tyreek Hill's house burn up and you doing a promo for Wingstop. It's cornbread hustling. That's all I got to say about that. All right, y'all. Y'all know how we finish every show. We finish with a Wileyism. Yeah. I should have banged on Dr. Chao. Come up in here with all that on, homie. You don't know where I'm from, fool? Where that? Where? It's up there. Let me stop. Courage is fear that has said its prayers. Oh, man. Mazel tov or something like that. That's dope. Courage is fear that has said its prayers, right? I think a lot of times when we see somebody or when we are courageous, that people think, oh, you ain't scared. No, I'm scared, right? I'm scared, but I have now delivered my fear with a confidence. I delivered my fear with a preparation. I delivered my fear, and now what you think is fearless is just some courage that has said its prayers. That's all it is. Like, I'm gonna be all right, or whatever's gonna happen, gonna happen. You ever give that prayer? This is the scariest prayer. The scariest prayer, obviously, is not, God, can I please make it to the NFL? It's this prayer. God, whatever my future may be, please support me and guide me to it. And you be like, God, do you know I want to go to the NFL, right? Like, you know, when you don't ask exactly what you want, you just be like, whatever's supposed to happen, happen. Hey. I've done that prayer a few times. I ain't gonna lie. I was scared. I was like, I do not want, option B is not the option. You know what I'm saying? God, like, you know, stay with plan A. So just remember when y'all going through stuff, it's okay to be scared, bruh. Because if you wait for the moments you're not scared to do stuff, some stuff you ain't gonna ever do. Measure your heart rate when you gotta do that. Got that crazy decision to make. Or something fast happens, you gotta respond. Your heart rate telling you, oh, you scared. It's okay. You ever go to get your blood pressure when you go to the doctor and he said, well, damn, 155 over 100? You about to die because you're nervous, because you're scared, but it's okay. There is a remedy. You don't have to wait till you're fearless to do anything in this world, because courage is fear that has said its prayers. That'll do it for today's episode of Never Just Shut Up. I gotta go. I gotta go check out my little itty bitty, and I gotta go do some other stuff. So love y'all. Have a great day. Amazing day. I know I will.
Stage a lot faster. Oh, I'm so honored. I'm so inspired to be here, and thanks Shine Global for this award, to be recognized for doing the right thing, to be recognized for doing good things, and trying to inspire others for their own greatness. I'm just a kid from Compton who, at an early age, had to look inside to find my opportunities, because on the outside, there were so many whispers and sometimes yells of, I couldn't make my dreams a reality. And thought that was very unfortunate, but I was thankful that I never internalized that chorus that was around me. I was a kid that understood that you had to be greater than your greatest excuse. And I had a lot of excuses. I had a lot of reasons to have self-doubt. But I was able to develop my inner power, discover that inner power, and make sure that I showed the world exactly who I wanted to be. And it was really simple for me. It was to make my dreams a reality. There was nothing more to it. And as I now stand here, just a few miles from where I grew up, where that adversity still is strong, and as we see through these movies, that it's worldwide, not just in our locale. You see the suffering, you see the gangs, you see the drugs, you see the poverty. And there's always one common escape. It's that inner power, it's that ambition. It's having a voice that's louder than those surrounding voices. And I'm on a mission, a global mission, to make sure that inner power inspires all to not only give, but to receive the blessings that come from giving. And I'm up here right now as a guy who's challenging everyone to give their 3 T's. That's time, that's talent, and that's treasure. Human capital, financial, whatever it may be. Let's invest in each other, because we all have to coexist here together. And as I look around and I have a foundation that really inspires these kids to become their greatest version of themselves, and to look in the mirror to make sure that they're greater than their greatest excuse. It gives me my greatest passion. I
I was a kid who wanted to be a school teacher, but because of my height, weight, and speed, I became a football player. So I took that helicopter ride up as high as I could, but as I was ascending, I never forgot that I was once one of those fork-in-the-road kids who was shot at many times, who had to navigate around adversity every single day, who had to waste so much of his brain power just trying to get home every day. And so many experiences that sometimes you become desensitized to. But in reality, that is someone else's reality. So I'm so thankful to stand in front of all of you guys as an example of the kids that we're trying to affect, the underserved, the underprivileged, those who are told that their hardships are greater than who they are. But hopefully we can inspire them all to look inward, because everything they want out there is already in here. Appreciate you guys.
BetUS, America's favorite sportsbook, where you can bet on everything, anytime. Sportsbook, casino, horse racing, live betting, and more. We have the best bonuses in the industry. That's right. Get a 125% sign-up bonus, and to celebrate our 30-year anniversary, we're giving up to 30 risk-free bets, a truck, Super Bowl tickets, and more. Don't miss out. Play smart. Join now. BetUS, where the game begins.